of the people that I was working with, and that was really great. So like I said, as a student, I knew exactly what to do. I knew what success looked like. My boss, he asked the right questions. He made sure that I was on track and helped me if I, fell behind or didn't know exactly what to do. And then we had these feedback loops where he'd check in and catch anything that those checklists were not going to catch. So the whole system was just really set up to create a great baseline for performance at this company. And that's what I think that we get out of systematic training like this. We set up a baseline, and we all kind of, we raise all the boats. Everybody in the company knew everything in that initial training, and it was reinforced and ensured that if someone missed something, their boss was going to help them figure out. We also call that mastery or proficiency-based learning. So that's an example from work. I also do a lot of volunteering in open source communities. One of the things I'm working on right now is this group called Pi Ladies. And we help, there's a lot of different things that they do, but one of the things is they do very beginning, like introductory programming lessons for women. And the women that are coming to these classes, a lot of them don't have a great math background, don't know anything about programming, but we're training them from the ground up. And so what we've discovered through trial and error, because of course we didn't ask a teacher to help us, just started by the seat of our pants, sat a bunch of women in a room and we're like, all right, go, we're gonna figure this out. And so what we've kind of distilled the core knowledge that people need before they come to these classes and are able to program, right? They need to do typing, most of them have that. They need to be able to use a text editor, which actually is a pretty complex problem. Unfortunately, picking the right text editor and one that's kind of gonna help them. So we spent a lot of time picking that. They need to know English grammar. Most of them have a good grasp of that. They mostly just need to know noun, verb, predicate kind of stuff, and we go over that a little bit. You need to know variables. And sometimes this is really hard. Like if they didn't do very well in algebra, we have to teach them what that is. Data structures, we definitely have to teach them, but that's, there's lots of real world examples for that. And then finally, we have loops and flow control. And this is actually really easy to teach, right? Because loops, in songs, so music, they listen to music. It's really easy to give them an example. And then the flow control, the if then else stuff, that's really straightforward too. So they come to us and they have a lot of the base skills from their K through 12 education, and then we just help them a little bit with a few lessons. And then the skills that we teach them and they demonstrate to us and to their peers, they end up writing a program on their own, and then they come and they share that. And then they are able to debug their peers' code. They spend a lot of time doing that. We just went through a Coursera